Hi there and welcome to another session of accountancy with me Vishwanath sir for the 12th standard. We are right now with financial statements of a company and we are in part B, that is the analysis of financial statement. Of course, most important is to know the terms which are there in the financial statements, the main heads, the subheads, very important. Because we are going through the classification of the Companies Act 2013 amended, Schedule 3 Part 1. Okay, so it becomes very necessary for us to know where it is and most importantly how to tackle all these items. Okay, now today I shall go to assets, and your assets have got two main bifurcations. Okay, the two main bifurcation is, one is non-current assets, where all these things like fixed assets come under that, and current assets. Current assets are your short-term assets which will last you for less than 1 year, while as your non-current assets are those which is going to last you for a period of more than 1 year. Okay, so as your section Schedule 13 of the Companies Act 2013 tells you that your assets are divided into two parts: current assets and non-current assets. Okay, and these are basically for less than 12 months. They are held for primarily trading. The cash and cash equivalents are restricted. They usually are settled within a period of 12 months. Okay, so these are certain things which you have to take into consideration, and current assets and non-current assets is something which we need to bifurcate. Now let us go to non-current assets in a little bit of detail. Your non-current assets is classified into 5 subheadings. Okay, 5 subheadings or 5 major headings: fixed assets, non-current investments, deferred tax assets. Like you remember, we did deferred tax liability where we had to pay the income tax, so it was a liability. Now if we have to receive from the income tax, it becomes a deferred tax assets. Long-term loans and advances which we have given to someone for more than a period of 1 year, and other non-current assets. Okay, so let us understand now what is a fixed asset. Your fixed assets are basically divided into two parts: tangible and intangible. Tangible are those assets which you can touch. Okay, while as intangible, besides tangible and intangible, you also have got capital work in progress, that is any fixed asset which is under construction, and intangible assets under development, like you're patenting something or going to copyright something, so the process is on. Okay, so let us first understand what is a tangible asset. Tangible assets are those which we can touch, like example, machinery, furniture, building, computers, motor car, vehicles, and so on. And your intangible are those which do not have any physical appearance, like for example goodwill, trademarks, computer software, mastheads, publishing titles, mining rights, copyrights, patents, royalty. Okay, all these things, licenses, and all these things are there under intangible assets. Capital work in progress means those tangible assets which are under construction, and intangible assets under development are things like intellectual property, patents, which are under development. Okay, so you have to classify this into these 4 parts. Now let's come to non-current investment, which is the second part of your non-current assets. Non-current investments are those which you are basically not going to sell it immediately. You're going to sell it after a period of few years. Okay, it could be property, equity, preference shares, government bonds, mutual funds, investment in partnerships, and so on. We already discussed deferred tax assets, where we have to recover the amount from the income tax authority. Okay, so this gets converted into the deferred tax assets. Then long-term loans, basically whatever we give, it could be capital advances, it could be security deposits, it could be other loans and advances. and then you have got other non-current assets which is going to last you for a period of more than 1 year. Okay, then we go to current assets. Current assets has got current investments, inventories which is stock, trade receivables which is debtors plus bills receivable, cash equivalents, short-term loans and advances, and other current assets. Okay, just repeating again, your current assets is classified under 6 heads: current investments, inventories, trade receivables, cash and cash equivalents, short-term loans and advances, and other current assets. Okay, fine. So these are your classification of your current assets. Then your current investments basically could be some short-term investments in equity shares, preference shares, mutual funds, partnerships, and so on. Your inventories basically will consist of raw materials, finished goods, work in progress, stock in trade, stores and spares, loose tools, etc. Okay, so that also comes under inventories. Trade receivables we discussed earlier. It is bills receivable and debtors together will give you trade receivables. Fine, and this is going to last you for less than 1 year. Cash and cash equivalents, the main items in that is cash in hand and cash at bank. Okay, fine. Then short-term loans and advances and other current assets. Okay, besides this you have got what is known as contingent liability and commitments, because this you don't know when you have to repay. An example of this is proposed dividend. Fine. So let us go in for certain classifications. Classification of assets like your major head and your subhead, which becomes easier for us to bifurcate them. Okay, let us take the names of the subheads under current assets. Under current assets you have got current investments, inventories, trade receivables, cash and cash equivalents, short-term loans and advances, and other current assets. Okay, just repeating again, your classification of current assets is current investments, inventories, trade receivables, cash and cash equivalents, short-term loans and advances, and other current assets. Okay, the next question is name any 5 items of tangible assets. So it can be land, building, furniture, office equipment, motor car, truck, lorry, computer, so on. Okay, name any 5 intangible assets. So it is goodwill, trademark, computer software, mining rights, licenses, and franchisee. Okay, name any 5 items which is included under non-current investments. Okay, investment in property, investment in equity instruments, investment in preference shares, investment in debentures or bonds, investments in mutual funds. So this comes under non-current investments and it will remain with you for a long period of time. List 5 items that are included under inventory. So it's raw materials, finished goods, work in progress, stock in trade, loose tools. Okay, name any 5 items that are included under current investments. So investments in equity, investment in preference share, investment in government or trust services, investment in debenture or bonds, investments in mutual funds. Okay, so let's quickly go through certain items of assets. Office equipment, they are fixed assets, tangible. Okay, loose tools will basically come under inventories. Goodwill, intangible asset, fixed intangible assets. Trademarks, fixed intangible assets. Work in progress, that is of machinery, that is capital work in progress. Advance to subsidiaries, deposits with electricity bill, long-term loans and advances. Inventories, loose tools will be there, stock in trade will be there, bills receivable and debtors, that will be there in trade receivables. Cash and cash equivalent, the cash at bank and the cash in hand. Other current assets, interest accrued on investments. Okay, so these are certain items which you need to know and you need to study. In the next term, we shall take up some more items so that we are more conversant with it, and then we shall study the income and income statement, which is a profit and loss statement. Thank you so much. This is Vishwanath sir signing off.